Dear students, now we are discussing the 23rd session of Graph Theory 2. The title is A Characterization of Outer Planar Graphs. As we have seen the characterization of a planar graph in the previous class, what was the characterization for planar graph? A graph is planar if and only if it has no subgraph homeomorphic from K5 or K33. So that was the characterization for the planar graph. Now today we will see what is the characterization for an outer planar graph. We know already what is an outer planar graph. Outer planar graph is also a planar graph in which all vertices lie on the boundary of the exterior region in the plane embedding of G. So if you consider the plane graph of G, all vertices must lie on the boundary of the exterior region. Then that graph is called an outer planar graph. Okay, so this concept already we know. Now, in the following theorem, we are characterizing or we are giving a characterization for outer planar graphs. Already we know two graphs. One is K4 and another one is K23. I think if you could recall those two concepts, K4 and K23, what kind of graphs those are? So those graphs are non-outer planar graphs. Okay, so K4 is also non-outer planar, even K23 is also a non-outer planar graph. You can see those two graphs here, K4 as well as K23, because all vertices doesn't lie on the boundary of the exterior region in any plane embedding of these two graphs. Even if you try in another way, definitely one vertex will be inside. Okay, so it is not possible to take all the vertices on the boundary of the exterior region. So that's why these two graphs are called non-outer planar graphs. Okay, so by considering these two graphs, we can think of a characterization. If a graph contains these two as subgraphs, or you can say a graph which is homeomorphic from these two graphs, what would be the situation, isn't it? As we have discussed in the previous class, K5 and K33 are non-planar, and any graph which is homeomorphic from K5 or K33 is also non-planar. That was the characterization for planar graph. When these two graphs are not outer planar, these two are non-outer planar graphs, then what would be the characterization? Similarly, we can suggest the characterization how we have discussed about planar graphs. So the characterization is a graph is outer planar if and only if it contains no subgraph homeomorphic from K4 or K23. So the graph which you are considering, that should not be homomorphic from K4 or K23. It implies it is not a subdivision of these two graphs indirectly, isn't it? Any graph which is a subdivision of these two graphs will not be non-outer planar, because these two graphs are not outer planar. Okay, so let me recall once again. A graph is outer planar if and only if it contains no subgraph homeomorphic from K4 or K23. Okay, so we have understood this statement very easily. Now we try to prove this result. Okay, again it is a general result. First we have to consider it is an outer planar graph. Then we have to show it has no subgraph homeomorphic from K4 or K23. On the other hand, or conversely, consider a graph which has no subgraphs homeomorphic from K4 or K23, and we have to prove that graph is an outer planar graph. Okay, so first we try to prove the first part of the theorem, proof. It is known that, as I said, it is known that K4 or K23 are not outer planar. Thus, no graph having a subgraph homeomorphic from K4 or K23 is outer planar. It's very obvious to say, isn't it? Now, we will see the converse part. Conversely, suppose Z is a graph containing no subgraph homeomorphic from K4 or K23. What we are saying, there is a graph which has no subgraph homeomorphic from K4 or K3, K23. Okay. Then by previous theorem, what is the characteristic of a planar graph? A graph is planar if and only if it has no subgraph homeomorphic from K5 or K33. Okay, but here we are considering K4 or K23. Then obviously G is a planar graph. First of all, it is a planar graph because K5 and K33 are larger compared to K4 or K23. Okay, so therefore obviously it is a planar graph. Now our aim is to prove it is a non-outer planar graph, but we assume that G is not outer planar. Okay, we have to prove it is an outer planar graph, but we assume it is a not outer planar, okay, or non-outer planar. Thus, without loss of generality, we assume that G is a cyclic block which is not outer planar. It implies we are considering a graph which is a cyclic block. One type of a block it is, means there is no cut vertex and it is non-trivial, isn't it? And there are more than 3 vertices. So like that we are considering. Okay, so that is the graph which we are considering. Okay, further we assume that G is so embedded, means it is drawn on the plane without the intersection of edges. So that's why it is called an embedded graph. Further we assume that G is so embedded in the plane that the exterior region contains maximum number of vertices. So we try to embed in the plane in such a way that most of the vertices must lie on the boundary of the exterior region. Okay, the exterior region is bounded by a cycle C. Definitely the exterior region is bounded by a cycle C. Since not all vertices of G lie on C, because it is assumed that it is a non-outer planar graph. If all vertices lie on the boundary of the exterior region, then it is an outer planar graph. So what is the assumption? We have assumed that it is a non-outer planar graph. That's why all vertices won't lie on the boundary of the exterior region. So it implies there are one or more vertices lying interior to C. There is one cycle, or which is called bounded by a cycle. So within that there are some vertices. Okay, so this is how we are considering. Now let me see the cases. I have taken 2 examples here. If there exists a vertex U interior on C, as I said, there are one or more than one vertices lying interior to C. See the first graph. See the first graph. Here one vertex U is lying interior to C. So now there are vertices, say V1, V2, and we are considering one vertex U and V3. So already we know these are the graphs homeomorphic to K4 or K23. Okay, the first graph is homeomorphic from K4. The second graph is homeomorphic from K23. Anyway, if there exists a vertex U interior on C and 3 mutually disjoint paths between U and 3 distinct vertices of C. See, V1, V2 and V3. So 3 mutually disjoint paths, U to V1, U to V2 and U to V3. So therefore what I am going to say is that then G contains a subgraph homeomorphic from K4. If this is the case, definitely that graph is homeomorphic from K4. Otherwise, since G is a cycle, See, otherwise, if this is not the case, then G is a cycle in which the vertex U is lying interior to C. Okay, so interior to C. So there must be a cycle block which contains a vertex U and two disjoint paths between U and two distinct vertices V and W on C. If that was not the case, then this could be the case. Okay, in this case what happens, again they forms a subgraph homeomorphic to K23. It implies, what it implies, I think you have followed. So moreover, from the choice on C, the edge VW does not belong to C. So this implies G contains a subgraph homeomorphic from K to 3. So this is a contradiction. What we have considered and what we are getting. We have considered there is no graph. The graph which you have considered has no subgraph homeomorphic from K23 or K4. But what we are getting a subgraph homeomorphic from K4 or K23. So which is a contradiction. Why we got such things? Because we have wrongly assumed that it is non-outer planar. With that wrong assumption, we are getting a contradiction. Therefore, G is an outer planar graph. Very easy to conclude this. So therefore, this is the simple proof we have proved for the characterization of outer planar graphs. So what we did in this session, already we have recalled or we have recapitulated the concept of outer planar graph, and we have given a characterization of outer planar graph. What is the characterization? A graph is outer planar if and only if it has no subgraph homeomorphic from K4 or K23. Okay, so these are the books already I have mentioned in every class. With this we conclude today's lecture. So we will see you in the next class. Thank you.